What's up, guys? I'm tired, but not tired, actually. Like, how do I describe it? Okay, so like, well, let me go over here first. So you know when you feel really tired, but you aren't actually tired. Like you're just, like your body feels like it's low on energy, but you're not low on energy. Like, that's how I feel right now. And I was like, hey, let's be productive. Let's play Wild Horse Islands. I don't know if I'm gonna get anything done today. I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm probably not gonna get anything. I'm gonna get absolutely nothing done today. I can already call it right now. Hold on. Okay. Let me... Oh, I already went over to the right scene. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place today. So bear with me. My mic is muffled. Hold on, let me... Is this better? Hold on. My blanket that I'm sitting on is like a weird fabric. And it's like making me slide off my chair. So let me put this over here really quick. But I have a surprise for you guys. I don't know if you guys saw, but I posted something on... Oh, ow, my foot. Hold on, I'm trying to adjust this pillow that I'm sitting on. Okay, there we go. Now I'm finally comfortable. Sorry about that. But I posted a community tab thing being like, hey, I haven't done this kind of stream in a Ooh, I really hit my ankle that hard on the chair. That hurt. Ow. Okay. I posted something on my community tab about like, hey, I haven't done this kind of stream in a long time. What if I did one of these streams? So I might be doing a VR stream later today. For the first time in a very long time. Ooh, ow. My foot really hurts. How hard did I hit that on my chair? Ouch, that's probably gonna bruise later. Anyways, hold on, let's start this off with giving Ken his crown back. Gotta give him his crown back, 'cause it's not Christmas time anymore. Okay, there we go. Alright. Yeah, it's a little bit chaotic. It's early for me. I'm very hyper, but also tired at the same time. So, I feel like I'm very conflicted in my own emotions at the moment. But we already got a sliding horse today. Good start. I don't really know what I'm gonna do today. I'm just gonna do something. Not sure what, but you know, I'll figure that out. I might do a little bit of horse hunting if I have enough inventory space for it. I don't have a lot of inventory space, to be fair. We do have a new member to the IUH family though. They don't really have a name right now. I just still have their old name. So this is just Nutella for the moment. This was given to me as a gift by Nyx. I'm sorry if I'm sniffling, I'm a little congested. I'm probably gonna name them Comb. Because they're gonna be related to Bristle in some way. I'm not sure, 100% sure what I'm gonna name them yet. But they're related to Bristle. Ooh, my foot really hurts still. Alright, let me go over here. Let me see, we got any accessories we could put on a unnamed horse? Nothing that is piquing my interest. Abby! I think Abby lost her pants. I think she might have misplaced them. I don't think she has pants on. A little concerning. It happens sometimes though. That is true. I could name them Hairbrush. Man, I've been off Wild Horse Islands for a little bit. The only time I played recently is when I recorded that one video about checking out the trading hub. That's it. That's all I've been on Mod Horse Islands for a while. Okay. Whoa. When did the water get so deep? What the heck? That's news to me. They definitely upgraded the graphics. They either upgraded the graphics or I'm going insane. One of the two. Because they for sure updated the water, but did they upgrade like the lighting and stuff too? Or am I going crazy? Cause I could swear that the lighting looks different. But I could also be going crazy. Whee! Ken's just drowning. I really hope they add swimming animations for the horses at some point. That'd be so cool. Ken's just completely submerged. Makes me wonder if I turn on... Okay, so the water doesn't change with high quality and low quality anymore. Also, hi, Tango. Tango was like, you're awake and streaming? In my DMs, and I was like, totally not. Like, I'm finally repairing my sleep schedule. But I might have repaired it too well, because now I go to sleep at like 5:30. That's when my grandma goes to sleep. So I might need to work on going to bed a little bit later than 5:30. But I'm working on it. I'm working on it. It's progress. It's progress. Okay, it's better than nothing. Oh, it's good to see the foals again. I missed the children so much. Ceiling man, hello. Tango, go to bed then. But yeah, I'm hoping I'm gonna have the energy still in like, what is it, like an hour or two? I don't know when I'll do the VR thing today. If I do, it'll probably be closer to like noon my time, which is in like 3, 4, 5, like 5 hours. But I'm not sure. I don't know. Boing. So like, here's my issue, right? I fixed my sleep schedule, and then one day my body randomly decides, no, I'm not gonna get tired at the time I normally get tired. And then I'm gonna stay up like 7 extra hours, and then I'm gonna completely destroy my sleep schedule again, and then have to fix it again. So I'm taking my opportunity to stream earlier in the day instead of the middle of the night for once. Do you have a TikTok? Yes, I don't post on it like ever, but I have a TikTok. I really don't use it though. I really need to get back into using TikTok again, posting stuff over there. Because most of it's just the same stuff that I posted on YouTube, but, you know. Man, I really don't know why I chose to play Wild Horse Islands today, because I don't have, like, any idea of what I want to do. I'm just kind of here. Like, I could go horse hunting, but I only have, like, 50 spaces in my inventory. And I'd have to go through all of these unlocked horses first to figure out which ones I need to keep and which ones I need to get rid of and which ones were gifts. So I know some of these are gifts. I can see a few that I know are gifts. Like that one's a gift. The ones named Sell were gifts. That I don't think this one was. This one I'm actually planning to sell. I think this is one I got myself. I'm not sure. This is why I didn't like taking gifts, and I still don't. Which is why I don't take them anymore. I Oh gosh, okay. Do I have enough space in my locker just to shove all these horses in my locker? Okay, well, I'm under the docks now. Okay, there we go. I probably do not, but you know what? I'm gonna try. You are one I caught myself, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why I have you. You're forever full without a name. You know, I'm just gonna put as much as I can in my locker. I have so many Icelandics, it's insane. Oh my gosh. Okay. You can go in there, you can go in there, so can you, and you, and you. I'm not gonna have enough space, but that's okay. As long as I get the ones that I know were gifts in my locker, I'll be fine. No Storm can go in there. I don't know why Spice isn't locked. And Bristle isn't either. You can go in there. I have 2 more spots. Who's gonna be put in there? More of these guys. Okay. Let me lock Spice, Cinnamon Bread, and Bristle, because for some reason none of them are locked. I guess I just forgot. Oops. Should you name your horse Chicken Soup? Yes. Yeah, I know. I need to bring my alt at some point, but I really don't want to. Okay, so these 3 I'm guessing I caught. Yeah, they were all from a herd. That one I bred myself. I remember that because I was incredibly disappointed. I bred like a Ken and something else. I don't remember what it was. And I got a Bay Arabian. And I was very sad about it. Let's just go to Blizzard. I'm just gonna do them in order. Why not? Might as well. I used to do them by like size, but now that I can't view the map through the travel thing, I'm just gonna do it this way. I have a decent little bit of space to work with. Let's try to waste some lassos. But if I do a VR stream later, which I'm hoping to do because it's been a long time and it was really fun last time I did it, hopefully we'll be playing VR chat. And it's just gonna be kind of like a just chatting, hangout kind of thing, probably. I know there was one thing I used to play as a minigame on there all the time, which was like, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the game Super Monkey Ball, where like you're a monkey trapped in like a hamster ball or something, and you have to roll around and not fall off and stuff. There was like a version of that in VR chat, and I used to play that a bunch. And there's a multitude of clips of me getting very mad at that exact minigame, saved on the Discord server somewhere. I very vaguely remember there being a clip of me looking straight into the camera and just saying, I'm about to commit a war crime, because I fell off the map again after like the 8th time of falling off the map in the same spot. Like, techies aren't bad, I just don't like the base coats that much. I like the dapple gray, I like the bay coat. All the other ones are kind of eh. Like, I have multiple techies that I like, but only one of them is one of the coats they come with, which is bay. But like, I have 2 notable ones. I have Silhouette, who I stole her tag, we don't talk about that, and Sharp Cheddar. So I don't hate techies really, they're just one of the ones that are built a little funny proportions wise, and they're like coats they came with aren't the greatest. I wish they would have toned down the shininess a little bit because it kind of ruins it for me. Boop. Like, it's so weird, right? Because like, when I'm have a stream schedule, it makes me not want to stream. But then when I don't have a stream schedule, I'm like pulling out my hair because I want to stream so bad. Like, it's reverse psychology or something. It's so annoying. Because, like, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna schedule stuff ahead of time because that's more beneficial to the channel and easier for the viewers to know when I'm streaming and stuff like that. But man, it's so much easier just being able to be like, hey, I'm gonna stream on this day at some time, probably, and yeah. And then just stream when I feel ready to stream. Because, like, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but almost every time I've scheduled a stream, it lasts for, at max, maybe 3 hours. But if I just randomly stream, those streams can go on for hours and hours and hours. There was one time where I streamed Wild Horse Islands for fun. I streamed for like 7 hours just because I felt like it. Hey look, another techie. Ah, my feet hurt. Like, I don't have a footrest anymore. I used to, like, have somewhere where I could lean my legs against in my old chair. Like, my old chair was so big that I could literally put my legs up in the chair with me and sit crisscross if I wanted to. But this chair is, like, it's just perfectly sized, so I have to sit normally in it, and I can't sit any other way in my strange, uncomfortable sitting positions that were oddly comfortable. Like, I feel like everybody has that one sitting position that they sit in a lot that looks so incredibly uncomfortable, but it's actually, like, kind of comfortable. Like, my sister sits with her legs pulled all the way up to her chest, like a frog, at her computer chair. Doesn't look very comfortable, but she says it's very comfortable. So, you know. Like, I do kind of like how the new island thing has, like, where it shows you the percentage of rare horses that spawn. I think that's kind of nice. But at the same time, it's like, it doesn't really say what breeds spawn the most frequently and stuff like that. Which, you know, is something I'd probably want to know more than, like, how often rare horses spawn in these different places. Chunky Wild Horse Islands horses. I miss the chunky horses. We used to have, like, the V1 Clydesdale and stuff that were considered chunky horses. Because, you know, they were chunky. And they still are even referred to as chunks or chonks and stuff like that, and sometimes trading terms. The V1s were honestly my favorite era of Wild Horse Islands. Once they started getting rid of the V1s, it was just kind of sad. I miss the V1s a lot. I got two Icelandic herds in a row on Lunar on stream one day. Like, kind of weird. Also, apparently people are saying, like, it seems like herds don't exist anymore or something, because herds have just not been spawning, like, at all for anybody. Is that true? Is nobody having herds spawn for them? Has anybody ran into a herd since the update? I haven't really played a lot since the update, but I've heard countless people say the same thing. Like, it's weird, but my best guess on what happened is they temporarily disabled herd spawning because they're trying to prepare a new, like, mechanism for it for when the islands split apart into different servers, or they accidentally mess something up and herds are not spawning and they just have yet to realize. My best guess is it was probably on purpose though. Like, that would make the most sense from like a viewpoint, but then at the same time, why wouldn't they say anything about it? Like, did they say anything about that or address it or anything? Because I haven't really been keeping up with that. I don't know, man. It really just seems like they're just gonna keep doing more stupid stuff. I'm gonna play until I eventually just get completely burnt out. I was pretty burnt out for a little bit to begin with, and because of these dumb updates and things like bugs they just won't ever fix, it just makes it hard to be motivated to play. That's for sure. Did I get that horse down there? I think I did. I'm not the brightest today. But I'm really hoping Wild Horse Islands proves a bunch of people wrong and it's just like, hey, redemption arc, we made the game 10 times better. Because right now, the game is definitely at its point where it's starting to fall. Yeah, no, they still have, like, they had, like, a forum. I don't know if they've deleted it since, because I left the official server. There's no point of being in there. When I left, they had a bug reports form that people could fill out. But as far as I'm aware, they don't go through it at all. And you know what? I used to be one of the people who would directly provide, like, full guides and stuff to Trick on what bugs were happening and how I think they could be fixed, or giving detailed descriptions of what causes them and things like that. And you know what? I helped fix some of the biggest bugs in the game when I used to help Trick with bugs. You guys remember full riding? I helped patch that. I provided a detailed guide on how to do full riding. You guys remember when the horse duplication glitch existed and it was lagging people so badly that it was causing, like, severe problems? I helped patch that. I was the one who provided him a detailed video guide on how to do it so he could fix it. It's at the point where it's like, man, I should have just let those bugs happen, cause they don't care. Like, come on, man. Where's the herds at? Could you post an announcement about, like, hey, I know we turned them off, or, oh, we're fixing it, so people actually know what's going on, because herds are kind of important to the game, especially when herd caught IUHs are something people are sought after a lot. Herd caught IUHs are. And yet, what happened to herds? Where are they? Did they address it? I don't think they have. I haven't heard anybody say they've run into a herd since the update with the trading hub. Which is like, don't you think people would have, like, said something to Trick? Or Trick would have been like, hey, herds are broken. Let's fix that. Or, hey, oh no, people are confused. Maybe we should clarify what's going on with the herd so people know what's going on and aren't panicking or freaking out and stuff like that. They didn't, as far as I'm aware. Like, I've heard from tons and tons and tons of people, both from my chat, outside of my chat, and things like that, that have said they have not seen any herds, or like one herd, the entire time they've played since the update. And I don't as far as I'm aware, they haven't clarified that the herds were turned off or anything. So, like, he's been faster about fixing bugs. And the only bugs I've seen him fix, though, are ones that literally break the entire game to the point you can't play it. Or that so many people complained about that he was just kind of forced to handle it as soon as possible. Cause, like, you know when, I'm gonna bring this up again and again. You guys remember when height update happened, right? Height update was really poorly received when it came out, because a lot of people were like, okay, we waited for heights, and the heights barely make a difference. People were upset about it. Keep in mind, they had, based on what they've said about other updates, they had at least 2 weeks to make this whole update, like the whole height update, which all it added was heights. There was nothing else added. And upon release, TAC didn't scale properly. The heights were so unnoticeable that it made no difference. And all kinds of other bugs. And guess what? Within like 4 hours of releasing the update, they fixed all of those problems. Almost every single one. They completely overhauled the height system to make it actually make a difference. They fixed the TAC not scaling properly. They fixed the hair not scaling properly. Why couldn't they have done that in the 2 weeks that they had to make the update initially? Just do it right the first time. Like, I can understand maybe the height thing, making it where it's more noticeable, would be done afterwards. I get that part, right? I get it. However, the TAC not scaling properly, the hair not scaling properly, is something that needed to be fixed before it was released. Which leads me to believe it was incredibly rushed. But wait. It gets worse, because guess what? Foal's TAC still doesn't scale properly, even today. The halters on the foals are still not fixed after all this time, and they're probably never going to fix it. Foals can only wear halters. That is the only piece of TAC they can actually wear, and it doesn't even fit them properly, because they didn't put the time in to fix it for the foals when they did it for every other horse breed. It's just sad. Like, if you have a small foal, that halter is going to be giant on them. If you have a really tall foal, like a Percheron, hold on, that, I forgot to disable that from PockyBot. Sorry about that. That was when we were playing Genshin the other day. Hold on, let me delete that really quick, because that is not true. Ignore what PockyBot said. That was from Genshin yesterday. Anyways, they still haven't fixed that. If you have a foal that's like a Percheron or a Clydesdale, the halter phases into their face. Like, badly. Really badly. It's just sad. And they're probably never gonna fix it, because you know what? They don't care. Because if they did, they would have listened. After multiple people, including myself, have made it known that the foal's halters are still broken. They are severely broken. Every single foal video I post, every live stream I posted, every single piece of content I posted with Wild Horse Atlas, you at least see the foals briefly. And in every single one of those, you can see the halters are broken. Yet nothing's been done about it. Yeah, no, you know what? Apparently the reason they haven't added blankets from a long, long time ago, this is the only thing they've ever said about it, is that, oh, it clips through a bunch of stuff. Which, okay, I can get that. But that doesn't give us an excuse to not have girths. Which, you know, hold the saddle on the horse so you don't fall off the horse and take the saddle with you. If we're in all reality, I would have fallen off this horse by now. The saddle would have slid off. Like, if they don't fix it with the breeding center update, I'm not gonna be surprised at all. Not at all. Because you know what? I really don't think they care about the foals at all. Because if they did, that would have been fixed when height update was bug fixed multiple times. They had multiple bug fixes relating to scaling issues with tack pieces and hair. And then they just never fixed it on the foals and still haven't. Like, I'll be honest, I've lost a lot of interest in Wild Horse Islands. I still play, rarely. But I've lost almost all the passion I once had for Wild Horse Islands. That's exactly why I haven't posted hardly any videos lately. It's exactly why I've barely streamed Wild Horse Islands lately. And it's like, my channel is dying because of it, but I'm not gonna just keep playing a game when I don't have the motivation to. Because it's like, why even bother? Wild Horse Island is just digging itself its grave still, and it's just... whatever. I really don't care anymore. I'm just gonna play the horse game when I feel like it. And eventually, when I get bored of it and decide I don't want to play anymore, I'm just gonna quietly move on with my life and play other horse games. Until, hopefully, eventually, someday, someone makes a new Roblox horse game that will be as good, if not better, than Wild Horse Islands. That actually care about the community, and not earning money, and just... it's so sad. It really is. Because, like, I remember when I did my interview with Trick, which is, the main owner of the game, one of the owners, one of the two people who own Wild Horse Islands, Trick and Cavallari, I got to talk to Trick directly, and I interviewed him, and he had so many amazing ideas and plans for the future of Wild Horse Islands. And I think none of those are ever gonna happen. Because almost every single thing that he said in that interview that he wanted to do with Wild Horse Islands has either happened and it had, like, no passion at all, because it's really obvious, or it probably just won't ever happen until, like, years in the future, even if Wild Horse Islands is still thriving at that point in the future. Because, you know what? Believe it or not, Trick has a history of abandoning successful games once they're not successful anymore. Because you guys remember the Bigfoot game on Roblox that was trending for a little bit? He owned that. He owned that game. He made that game. Hold on. Let me go to his profile really quick. Hold on. Bigfoot has 34 million visits. Guess what? Last time it was updated was in 2021. Island Tribes, 29 million visits. Last updated in 2023. I don't think they actually added anything to it either. I'm guessing they just went into studio and saved it. And then they made Wild Horse Islands. Oh, you know the North Pole? The game that they still advertised in the Christmas event of Wild Horse Islands the previous year? Yeah, no, that doesn't get updated anymore either. And that has 10 million visits. But guess what? Wild Horse Islands right now has 300 million visits, and there's 5,000 people playing. But guess what? As soon as that number drops, I bet you, I bet you, he's gonna make a new project and forget about Wild Horse Islands completely. Because he's done it before, why would he not do it again? You know? Like, much as I want to say, like, I have so much hope that they're gonna turn this around, and they're gonna make Wild Horse Island so much better, and they're gonna add all the cool updates that they said they wanted to add, and this, it's probably not gonna happen. It probably isn't. And it's sad to say. I feel like Wild Horse Island, even right now, is desperately trying to hold on to its player base. And eventually that player base is just gonna give up and be like, you know what, maybe I should just play some other games, because Wild Horse Islands isn't making itself any more entertaining. Like, I can't be the only one that feels like Wild Horse Islands has become, like, boring, almost. I've played Wild Horse Islands so long that I'm just sick and tired of doing the exact same things every single day, constantly in Wild Horse Islands, because there's not that much to do, really. Thank you for the sub, I appreciate it. Like, think about it. Wild Horse Islands is also every single horse game on Roblox that had potential. Guess what? Wild Horse Island stole it, pretty much. They like stole all the potential that that game had. Because you know how Horse Valley was like unique. Horse Valley was unique. It was like a horse training simulator. You could do like a set path over and over again to earn XP to train your horses and breed them. Guess what? Wild Horse Islands has breeding and training now. So what's unique about Horse Valley? Nothing. They took everything that Horse Valley had that was unique to them and put it in their game, so now nobody has a reason to play Horse Valley anymore. And it's like, I doubt they did this maliciously, but that's what happened. You know how many people left Horse Valley and came to Wild Horse Islands after training was added? It's just, it's really sad. Because I grew up with Horse Valley Legacy. That was the first horse game that I actually played, was Horse Valley Legacy. And ever since then, I've loved horses. And now Horse Valley Legacy and the new Horse Valley are just, like, nothing. Like, Horse Valley is trying so hard to hold on to what it has left that's unique to it. They added pets, but you know what? I honestly wouldn't be shocked if suddenly one day Wild Horse Islands adds pets, like dogs and cats. I wouldn't be shocked at all. I can't lie. I would not be shocked one bit if they added pets. Because you know what? So many successful games on Roblox have pets, and you know what? Considering how much they've done stuff for the means of earning more money off their game, I wouldn't be shocked if they added pets, so that way people would spend more money on their game. And it's like, I understand monetization of a game. I know when you're a game dev, you have to monetize your game to be able to continue developing it. That's completely understandable. However, when you take things that were once free to play and didn't have any pay to win options to it, and then make them have a pay to win option for literally no reason, there's absolutely zero reason they needed to do that, it's kind of raises into question why. Because you know what? Gender swap potions used to be treasure exclusive. You have to collect treasure chests and open them to get it. But then suddenly, randomly, with one of the updates, they decided, we're gonna make it where you can buy them for Robux too. Why? Why? They were unique. I loved having treasure unique items that you actually have to try to work hard to get instead of just being able to buy your way to them. But you know what? It's sad, because now all the Robux items have free-to-play versions, right? But you can also, instead of it, just buy them, which some of them were buyable items before they were free-to-play. That is understandable. I love people including free-to-play ways to get Robux items, like game passes or things like that. It's very unique and allows the free-to-play side of things to, you know, be nice. It's nice being able to play free-to-play. But then comes into question what they're planning to do with the islands. While yes, I do agree it is necessary to add more islands, I wish they added some kind of way to make it easier for free-to-play players. Because you know what? When they overhaul the islands, they plan to make it where, you know, the whole point is where, oh, you're not going to be alone, you're going to have other people to socialize with and stuff now, instead of being alone in those servers. Which, you know, is fine, but then it comes into question, what if there's multiple people trying to horse catch? How is that going to work out? And they said, oh, we're going to make sure everything's balanced. But here's the thing. How many islands do they have to make larger and balance? They couldn't even do that for 2 islands with the trading and co-breeding update. Instead, prioritizing other stuff that wasn't even necessary, like overhauling the chat. What did this do? It just made it fancier. And now I can't resize it, which I'm very upset about because I loved being able to resize chat. But it's like, it's not fair, because if you want a horse catch, like, freely and not have to worry about things and other people stealing your horses, you have to pay money for a VIP server. But what about the people who don't have Robux? That's not fair to them. Like, I have Robux that I can spend on a private server, So do a lot of people, but not everybody. They're excluding a lot of people to have the ability to horse catch without people stealing their stuff from them. And like, even now, if I were to go to Forest Island, there's always a chance that someone's gonna come over and start catching horses, and too, as well. But when there's, like, say, 15, 20 people in a server, and most of them are just hanging around trading, you know, it's not gonna be that bad. You could pick an island that nobody's on, and just go over there and horse hunt. And even now that they added Trading Hub, there's more people in a server at a time trying to catch horses on the same islands as other people, and then it becomes more difficult. And it's like, man, you know what? I had a spark of hope. I was so happy for a few seconds when I typed in chat for the first time after the new chat came out. Because you know what? I looked in chat and I was like, because I joined Nyx and I was like, hi Nyx. I spelled that wrong, Nyx. And my name was Rainbow. And immediately I was like, oh my god, did they actually finally add a way to identify content creators so people will stop getting scammed? No. No, they didn't. And my heart sank, and I was like, wow, there goes all the hope I just had for them to do something actually helpful. No, when you talk in chat, your name shows up Rainbow to you. To, like, just you, not anybody else. And when I tell you I was genuinely devastated about that, I was so sad. And it's not even for my own gain. My big thing is especially Lemon. Lemon has had an increase of people impersonating them and scamming others. How hard would it be to select just a few people that are really popular content creators that they very well know the usernames of? Why can't you just make it where they have a special colored name tag that only they can have? Or even just Lemon, or even just like Lemon and Tem, since they are two of the biggest content creators that actively make content right now. Why not give them a special name tag so that people will stop getting scammed by fake people that are pretending to be content creators? They don't care if you get scammed. And I'm gonna say this right now because this is sadly incredibly true. They don't care if you get scammed, because you know what? If they really did care, they would still have moderated in-game scams when they had a team of people who could actually moderate in-game scams. I came to ModMail a long time ago because someone had just got scammed, and the person who scammed them was openly in chat bragging about how they scammed somebody. And I sent in screenshots of their username and proof of them saying these things and this and that. And I was like, I didn't get scammed personally, but this person is boasting about scamming somebody else who's still in the server. I would greatly appreciate if something could be done about this, or even perhaps just have them muted or something like that. And you know what the response I got? Oh, I'm sorry, we don't moderate in-game stuff anymore. Trick and his higher-ups told the mods, don't moderate in-game stuff anymore. And you know how devastating it is to watch somebody get scammed in front of your eyes? That's most likely a small child who had an attachment to something they got scammed of, and you can't do anything because the mod team just can't do anything to help you. Because it's not even the mod team's fault, it's Trix and his staff. It's him and the community managers and all the people who are higher ups that told these people, you can't handle in-game scams anymore. Even if you want to, you're not allowed to. It's genuinely upsetting. It really is. It's so tired. I'm so tired of all of this just happening. Like, them getting rid of their mod team entirely was such a bad mistake. Because now that they don't have a mod team, that just makes it where people are like, okay, now there's not a mod team, I can do whatever I want. Because you know what? I bet you, as much as I've met some of the admins and stuff, and the admins were super kind to me and stuff like that. Super nice, never had any problems with them. The admins are inactive. The community managers are openly homophobic and transphobic, as it seems by plenty of different screenshots I have seen, and them openly letting people from the LGBTQ community get hated on, then proceeding to get them in trouble if anybody says anything about something they hold dear to them, such as religion. And like, think about it. As someone, like, especially me, if I was a player that I didn't make content, and I was just a player, and I found out that, hey, the community managers for Wild Horse Islands have been openly against people from my community, because I am part of the LGBTQ community, I just don't talk about it a lot. I wouldn't feel safe. I really wouldn't feel safe. At all. I wouldn't. Because what happens if something truly terrible happens to me in-game in Wild Horse Islands? There is nobody I can reach out to that will actually be able to help me. That person who could have just said the most evil things to me ever gets away completely scot-free unless Roblox decides to do something. And don't even get me started on Roblox moderation. It is bad. Roblox moderation is something else, to say the least. Because you know what? You get discriminated against in Wild Horse Islands, what are they gonna do? Nothing. You get told to hurt yourself in Wild Horse Islands, they're not gonna do anything. Because you know what? They could take the time to hire even just a small group of people who actually care about the community, whose only job is to handle situations of people getting attacked in Wild Horse Islands, and removing those people from the community. But instead, they put no effort into trying to fix their staff team, instead just saying like, okay, and they demoted everybody. Every single one of the mods got demoted. I'm pretty sure multiple admins got demoted. And it's just, wow, it's really sad. It really is. And it's like, it's so sad, because I had so many nice interactions with some of the moderators. I say some very, very specifically, because some of the moderators were also not great people. But there was a good chunk who actually genuinely cared about the community and were doing their best. And those were the ones who got hated on the most, because instead of Trick taking the backlash that he deserved because it was his fault, he let the mods get attacked, until eventually he demoted everybody for their safety in the community. But you know what? I guarantee you, some of those mods still get harassed by people if they play Wild Horse Islands still. I bet you, because the people who were mods, it wasn't a secret who was a mod and who wasn't. Everybody knew. Oh yeah, no. There was, one time, a long time ago, where I was hanging out with viewers, and I believe this was off stream, or it might have been on stream. It could have been on stream. I don't remember. It was a very long time ago. There was somebody in my server who was getting attacked by some random person because they were cosplaying as an anime character. And then this person found out that I believe they may have been trans, or part of the LGBTQ community, or were non-binary. I do not remember. Like I said, it's been a long time. And this person continued to attack them because of that, too. So you know what? I went to my island. And I friended that person. I was like, you can come to my island if you need to get away from this person. And eventually had to lock out my viewers to keep this person that was harassing them away from them, because I can't kick out specific people from my island. So if I have friends on my island, or I have people on my island that I'm trying to talk to that are not friended to me, if I want to kick one bad person off my island, I gotta kick all of them off my island. And then who says if I reopen my island, they're not just gonna come right back? So I either have to sit there and hide on my island, or leave the game when I'm just trying to mind my own business. Like, it's not fair. You know how many times people have harassed me for like no reason, and I have to resort to either leaving the game and abandoning whichever viewers I'm talking to or whoever I'm talking to in game at that moment, or I just sit there on my island, lock myself on my island, and block this person so they will leave me alone. It's just, it's incredibly sad that I have to do stuff like that. And it's like, I can't imagine what it's like for some of the other content creators who still actively do content. And this is the exact reason I've branched away from doing just Wild Horse Islands content, because I don't want to be associated with people like that anymore. And that's another reason I'm also trying not to be that open about my gender identity and things like that on stream, unless it's directly asked to me, because I don't want to deal with people coming to harass me for no reason, especially in the Wild Horse Islands community. Because, let's be honest, if you're spending hours and hours and hours and hours of your day playing Wild Horse Islands and catching IUHs and stuff like that, you probably don't have a lot going on in your life. And that's not rude, that's not me trying to be rude to people, but it's the honest truth. I'm like that too. I spend, like, all my time, all my free time on the computer. I don't have a life. This is my life. The computer is my life. But I don't want some person coming in my chat that IUH collects, which, keep in mind, you gotta spend a lot of time looking for trades and trying to get expensive items to trade for them and this and that, coming in my life telling me, oh, you suck, or this or that, or you don't have a life, or you should get a job, like an actual real job, when they probably don't have one either. Like, people in the Wild Horse Islands community can be so toxic or so nice, and there's like hardly ever an in-between. I've met so many super sweet people, but then I turn around and I meet somebody who calls me an idiot because I have the word they in my name tag. Like, that actually happened too. I was having a completely normal conversation with this guy, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, you're a they? And I was like, actually no. It's called an alternative choice for people who don't know my gender, and I'm letting people know I'm okay with them using gender-neutral pronouns for me. I'm actually he, him. I'm a man. Then this guy proceeded to get salty with me and throw little insults at me and be petty because I had the word they in my name tag. Like, what? And keep in mind, this guy was dressed as a cowboy. Dressed as a cowboy with a Bay Arabian as his main horse. And this dude was coming at me. And they were like, oh, why do you spend so much time playing this game? And this and that. And then they were being mean to Nyx, too. I don't understand people. Why is this why was this random cowboy with a Bay Arabian coming at me because I had the word they in my name? It's so dumb. Like, oh my gosh, just leave people alone. Live your life. Like, I don't understand what people get from being mean to people online. Go live your life. Go outside in the nature. I don't know, climb a tree or something. Do something cool besides bullying people online. Or if you're gonna bully people online, at least don't do it in a big open public space where people can see you doing it and then team up with the other person and go after you. Do you want to be attacked by random people? I just don't understand. I really don't. And it's like, I was at a point in my life one time where I was just like surrounded by people who were like that. But I stopped being friends with those people for a reason. That reason is hanging around toxic people and being toxic is eventually gonna mean you're gonna be the one on the receiving end of that eventually. And someone's gonna be toxic to you. Someone's gonna be rude to you, degrade you for existing, or whatever else those people might do. Because you know what? Toxic people are not your friends. Toxic people are friends with you, most likely, 90% of the time, because you're also toxic to other people. Or they gain something from being friends with you. I have learned that personally. And it sucks. Trust me. It really does. Which is why nowadays I have my little group of friends. That's all I need. I don't go out of my way to try and make new friends. Especially because now that I have a presence online, it's really hard to tell who you can trust and who you can't trust. Like, on multiple occasions, I have met people that seem really chill, super cool. Then they find out I have a YouTube channel. And then I'm stuck in an awkward position where I'm like, yeah, woo, friendship. While this person is blatantly just wanting to be friends with me because I'm semi-popular on YouTube. It's just like, oh god, it's not good. You know, like, the horse community is a prime example of people being toxic for, like, no reason. So what if you're riding an old horse? It doesn't matter! It's a horse! It's still a horse! And it's like, everybody has their own reasons for being toxic. I know it. I know they do. I just wanted to be included when I was younger, which is why I hung around so many toxic people. And get this. You guys might find this crazy. I used to be transphobic when I was a child, which the irony of that is so, like, oh, the world really played me on that one. The irony of me being transphobic as a child is crazy. Because, for those of you who are unaware, I am transgender. Yeah, so the world really said, ha, funny! Anyways, and yeah, so I learned my lesson very quickly that that was not a good thing to do, and I stopped being like that. But I hung around bad people, and by hanging around bad people, they had convinced me that people that are transgender are terrible and horrible and this and this. And now here I am, as a trans person, sitting here like, man, I can't believe I was like that as a kid. Man, I really can't believe that. And you know what's really funny? You know what's absolutely hilarious? You know what's so funny? That one of those people that I was friends with that convinced me to believe that, I reconnected with them years later, and they're still transphobic. And their reaction when they found out I was trans was so funny. Because I was in their Discord server, and they had posted something about, like, oh, if you post anything with rainbows in it, or related to the LGBTQ, you're gonna get banned from the server. And I was like, what's wrong with that? And then they found that I was trans, and oh my god. They came at me with so many terrible insults. It was honestly kind of funny. And then I blocked them, and I haven't seen them since. But you know what? It really just shows that everybody can change. Everybody really can change. As hard as it might be to believe, even the worst people can change. Like, I used to be really bad as a kid with being mean to others and stuff for a period of my life, because I went from being the person who sought the validation of everybody. I wanted to be friends with everybody. I wanted everybody to like me, and this, that I suppressed everything that I felt in favor of being there for others. And eventually I realized, hey, that's not healthy. I shouldn't do that. And because of wanting to make everybody happy, I ended up being severely traumatized. Woo! We love that! And because of that severe trauma, I spent almost 5 years of my life suffering because I was so stressed it physically hurt. And now here I am finally an adult. All of those horrible views I had as a kid are gone. I've accepted the fact that some people are gonna not like me, and that's okay. I've accepted the fact that, hey, you know what? I don't feel comfortable in my body. And I have not felt comfortable in my body for a very long time. And I'm okay with expressing that now. I identify as male. I am a male. That's that. It's like, and that's how it's gonna be forever. And I suppressed so much of my feelings because of other people. And it's really nice now, especially, to be able just to, like, talk on stream and express how I feel and talk to other people and have fun and this and that without worrying about other people judging me because I want to be happy. And if people do judge me because I want to be happy, then they clearly aren't happy themselves. So it's, you know, it's, from what I've seen, everybody who gets mad at somebody else for being happy usually has something deep down that is making them incredibly unhappy. So if for some reason anybody here today is offended by the fact that I am happy with myself and who I am and happy that I've changed from my bad past and stuff like that, maybe look into your own mind for a little bit and figure out what is making you unhappy to want to make other people's lives unhappy. Because I was like that at one point. I didn't want other people to be happy either, because I had something that I was really unhappy about in my life. Yeah, bullies are usually only bullies because they are unhappy with something in their life. And sad as it is to say, it is true. I feel bad for a lot of people because I've heard so many stories of people who were bullies, but then later on it was discovered how just absolutely horrible their life truly was, and that was why they were mean to people in the first place. But it's still, bad life or not, it gives you no excuse to be cruel to people for any reason. Like, I've seen so many people just be like, oh no, you know, it's okay that this person is bullying you because they've had a hard life. It's not okay. It's crucial to understand with bullying that yes, a lot of people bully because they've had a bad life, but that doesn't mean that them bullying people is okay. Like, I used to have a friend who would actively get bullied. And eventually, later on, we found out that that person that was bullying them was just living a horrible life and was definitely not being raised by good parents. But still, that gave no excuse for them to bully them. And as far as I'm aware, they have apologized to my friend for everything they put them through. But it's like, I know some people are willing to forgive bullies more than others, which, I mean, like, if you were tormented as a child by a bully, you really don't have any reason to accept their apology, especially if they made your life really bad. But I know, at least me, I know a lot of the time apologizing is the way to move on from it yourself too. Or like accepting their apology, whether it was you did something wrong or they did something wrong, you know, vice versa, this or that. Or even just getting a chance to talk to that person and find out, like, okay, why did you do this? I want to know why. Everybody has their own way of moving on from things. I know I had something very bad happen to me as a child, which I'm not going to go into detail because it's very touchy and stuff like that. That was with someone the same age as me. And years later, I was able to contact them, and I just asked them, like, were you aware of what you put me through? And they weren't. They didn't realize until I brought it to their attention on what they did was wrong. Because of the other people around them not informing them that that kind of stuff was wrong. And they apologized. They apologized, and we made amends, and I was able to move on. And I'm much happier than I would have ever been if I didn't reach out to that person. Yeah. A lot of bullies and people who have done cruel things in their life is because either one, they have something underlying going on that they can't control, such as a mental disorder or things like that, something they just physically cannot control, it's completely out of their control, or because they were raised that way and they don't know any better. Which is like, man, the saying of every child deserves a parent, but every parent doesn't deserve a child is very true. Very, very, very true in so many circumstances that it's scary. And it's like, I know chat topics today have gotten very sad. I'm sorry about that. Sometimes that happens when I'm in a hyper mood and feel comfortable talking and stuff like that. I'm sorry if anybody was made uncomfortable by some topics we touched on today. But, like, I don't know. I'm gonna use my platform to speak my feelings. So it's, you know. I want people to know that there should be no reason that you should be bullied for any reason. And that if someone is bullying you, they probably have a bad life. And it's just, I feel so bad. I've seen so many instances of people being bullied for the dumbest stuff. Like, oh my gosh, it's like, even things I don't agree with, like, I don't know, people transitioning at a very young age and things like that. I don't want to see people going after these kids for that. Because you know what? I personally don't think kids under 18 should fully transition or have surgeries done. Especially if it's not safe to them because they're still developing. I understand why people don't want that. But to the people who have transitioned at a very young age, is probably because their parents allowed them to, instead of trying to teach them that, hey, you know, it's okay if you feel that way, and that you feel uncomfortable in your body, but you are still young. You need to take time to think about it. Are you for sure, before you go through any of these very rough and painful procedures at times, to transition into a different body? That they are fully aware of what it entails, and that they are fully 100% sure that this is what they really want. Because you know what? I was one of those kids who I was like, you know, I feel more comfortable as a male. I want to be a male. I want to take the hormone pills and get the surgeries and stuff like that at like 16. But then I sat down because my mom was like, no, you're not doing any of that stuff until you're 18. And then I sat down and thought about it, and I was like, yeah, you know, that's probably a good idea. Because it's one of those things where I keep pressing the wrong button. But, I don't remember what I was talking about. Something, oh, yeah. Kids, whether people want to believe it or not, even kids at like 16 shouldn't be making decisions completely on their own. They should have some kind of parental guidance, because that's what parents are for. They're supposed to be there to help guide you. Oh, I thought this might be a tiny TB. I don't know. Tiny TB? Let's see. Tiny TB? Maybe. Oh, it is a tiny TB. They're 14 hands high. They're pony-sized. You do game requests. Well, today I'm just playing Wild Horse Islands, but if you have a game that you'd want to see me play, feel free to suggest it. I don't mind. I just probably won't play it today. Because I do random game streams a bunch, and I'm always up for checking out new games, even off stream. Man, I was disconnecting so much lately. Luckily, it's calmed down a little bit. I still get disconnected time to time. My internet's just funny like that sometimes. Have you ever played Maple Springs Venting? Yes, I do not have the attention span for that game. I'm not big into roleplay when it comes to horses. I'm not the most into that, which is why I don't really play Maple Springs Venting. It's a nice game. It's just not my style. Ken's favorite food, oranges. I had to think for a second there. There's a stat card if anybody wants it. Played Horse Valley? Yes, I actually grew up playing the Horse Valley Legacy version. That was one of the first horse games I ever played, and I do still off and on play the newer Horse Valley. It snowed again last night, I think, where I live too. Like, it was really cold this morning, but now it's not as cold, so that's good. I'd rather not freeze to death in my chair. No, it's like, it sucks, right? Because I went, oh my god, I pressed the wrong button. I went to a therapist for years, and yet I still feel like there's something going on with me that has not been diagnosed. I just don't know what. Because I have so much stuff that's happened in my life that's completely unexplained that lines up with one or more mental disorders or things like that. Or stuff like that. And it makes me think, there's something else going on. I'm just never gonna know what it is because I haven't got a proper diagnosis. Which sucks. Because, like, for those of you who are unaware, I have bipolar disorder. I was diagnosed with that, as well as been clinically diagnosed with anxiety, depression, and PTSD. So it's a little bit funny, but I still have so many other things that that are not explained by that stuff. Also, thank you for the sub. I was a little bit delayed, but I have so much stuff going on in my life, even currently, that's like, there's something going on there, I just don't know what it is. I was never able to get a proper diagnosis before my therapist literally quit her job. So, and you know, it's not even funny. That's happened to me 3 times. I have been through 3 different therapists. One of them got promoted, then another one got promoted, and then the third one quit her job. Like, man, I feel bad for those therapists, but my therapist told me, she's like, oh yeah, no, it's very mentally tasking to be a therapist, because it's hard to listen to some of the things you hear from people. That, and then, she was like, oh yeah, I know the management also kind of sucks here. So, she's like, you know, I honestly kind of get it. I wouldn't want to stick around a job that has crappy management either. But, you know. Like, I can explain some of this stuff. Not everything, because some of it's like, 1, it's not something I can probably think of off the top of my head, and 2, it's like 1 or 2 time occurrence, and it's not something that's like very, what is it? Very, brain's not working, I don't know, it's very something. I don't know where I was going with that. I really don't. One of the biggest anomalies that has been something that has bugged me forever, ever since I was younger, is that I had very delayed mental development. Extremely delayed mental development. Like, I drank out of a bottle until I was like 8. As well as I had severe problems with multiple things as a child, emotionally, which some of them are explained away by bipolar disorder and things like that, but not everything. I was very delayed. I had very delayed development as a kid, extremely, which is shocking to me with how much progress I've made now as an adult. So it still bugs me. Like, Almost every time I've heard of a kid having delayed development in one way or another, there's something that's caused it. And my parents never did anything to see if there was something going on with me. I have had multiple medical related issues my whole life too that are still mysteries. Oh yeah, no, I believe I wet the bed until I was like 10 or something, but that was more related to my bladder was incredibly weak as a kid. Like, it was bad. I had a super weak bladder and I had severe bowel problems, and I still do to this day, which I know is kind of gross to talk about, but you know, we're being honest here. We're being honest. I have bowel problems very badly, and it's not nice. I've had them my whole life, and we still don't know what causes it. Because at first I was like, hey, you know, it's probably lactose intolerance, because I get really sick when I drink milk and stuff like that. But then I'm like, hey, even when I don't eat or drink dairy, I still feel miserable all the time. So it's not great. I have dealt with that for 18 years of my life. I am 18. I have looked into autism, yes, but I do not have a diagnosis of that. From what I am aware, I spoke to my therapist about it, but she was literally like, she literally was about to quit, so there really wasn't much she could do. And it's really scary, because I'm gonna tell you how autism came up as something that worried me, as something I could potentially have in the first place. My friend, who has been clinically diagnosed with autism, was like, hey, you want to see my results for the test that I took when they diagnosed me? Because the test that they use to actually, like, diagnose people, one of the big pieces of it, is available online to everyone. So you could take it if you really wanted to. So they took it, and they showed me their results, and I was like, hey, you know what? You know, I'm gonna take it, just for fun. I'm gonna take it for fun, because I like doing little quizzes and stuff like that. And I took the quiz, and I scored scarily high on that quiz. Like, almost the same level that my friend, who actually has autism, scored. Which, and I was like, oh no, that's worrying. So I was kind of like, wow, you know, So then I looked into it, because I know, like, there's some certain things that you can't have other, like, mental disorders at the same time and things like that. So I looked up, you know, can people have autism and bipolar disorder at the same time? And it was like, oh yeah, it's very common for people to have autism and bipolar disorder at the same time. It's, like, incredibly common, in fact. As well as they often tend to have anxiety and depression, and sometimes PTSD too. And I was like, okay, that's worrying. Cause you know what, I just happen to have bipolar disorder and anxiety and depression and PTSD. So here I am, sitting in my chair like, oh no, that's not good. And so I kind of left it at that. I haven't looked into it since. And again, I'm not diagnosing myself, I'm just saying this is what I went through when I even discovered that, hey, that could maybe be a possibility. And so I'm like, okay. And then I left it at that. Haven't touched it since. And I don't want to buy that. Get out of here. Like, that was the first, like, oh no, jump scare. What on earth just happened? You know, there's nothing wrong with being autistic. It's honestly, I have met plenty of people who have autism that are absolutely amazing people. Love them, they're great. it doesn't identify who a person is. It's just something that has a very wide spectrum. It could be a whole lot of things, you know? I'm pretty sure, from what I'm aware, autism is a very wide spectrum that has many different variants and things like that. So I can't say too much about it because I'm not experienced in that topic and things like that. But again, it's one of those things, it doesn't defy a person. Somebody could have it and be the spawn of Satan, but also someone else could have it and be the sweetest person you've ever met. So don't judge people based on that kind of stuff. It's stupid. You're just gonna make yourself look like an idiot. But, like, I know for a long time especially, I have severe issues with focus. I literally cannot focus on things sometimes. It's so bad. Like, it's really bad. I can't even watch movies anymore. The last movie I watched was sitting at my desk, and I ate a giant bowl of popcorn. That is the only way I could focus. I can't watch shows, I can't watch movies or anything anymore because I can't focus long enough to make it through a single episode of a show at all anymore. It's really sad because it's like I enjoyed watching TV as a kid and I just can't anymore because it's like mentally tasking to just watch an episode of a series, let alone watch a whole series in general. I know another thing is, I'm trying to think. Brain is not braining right now. There's so much going on in my life that I just don't have any explanation to. That are like, there's a whole variety of different things, like whether it be medical issues, like mental stuff going on, all kinds of stuff. Like, I'm pretty sure I have some kind of lisp too, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but there's certain words that I really struggle to say out loud because of certain letters and stuff. Like, I know dish soap is one I struggle with a lot, to the point where there's a clip somewhere, I don't know where, there's a clip somewhere where I literally struggled to say dish soap for like 5 to 10 minutes straight, because I just could not say it. It was so bad. But like, it could also just be that I'm Southern, and I grew up Southern, and man, we talk funny sometimes. Like, and I could say that because I've grown up with people who say, like, you know, the stuff you think of when you think of a Southern accent. Such as, like, I'm sure you guys have noticed I say y'all a lot. I say it just like, it's just a normal word for me. And like, man, I flip-flop between being confident and just hating every fiber of my being so much. Like, one minute I'm like, yeah, I feel confident about my body, I'm cool, I'm masculine, and the next day I'm like, man, I suck. Why am I built like this? Just back and forth and back and forth. Oh, I hate self-esteem issues. They're so bad. Like, I don't know. I feel like a lot of people go through self-esteem issues for one reason or another. I don't understand mine, really. I don't know why I have such bad self-esteem issues sometimes. It could just be like the gender dysphoria kicking in. It probably is. But like, I know, and I'm okay being open about this. I am overweight. I'm okay, as much as it like sucks to say that out loud. I am overweight, and I'm aware of it. But here's my issue, right? I've tried to lose weight. I can't. I physically can't. Like, I have been stuck between 180 and 190 for the past 4 years of my life. I can't even gain weight past 190. I don't know what is causing that. Like, I physically am stuck in that 10-pound range, and I can't get out of it. I've been stuck there for 4 years, and I can't get out of it. I don't know what to do. Like, what do I do at that point? You know? And it's like, I know that especially has caused me to have terrible eating habits, which I've talked about on stream before, but just a little forewarning before I talk about this, because I know some people are sensitive to this. I am going to be talking about some pretty touchy stuff regarding eating and appetite, so if you're not comfortable with that, I would suggest stepping away, because I know some people are not comfortable with that. So please, you know, be cautious before I talk about that. I have a really bad habit of going from overeating to basically almost starving myself on accident. It's really bad. And that's also a very good reason as to why there's been some days where I've like, say I don't really feel good on stream. It's because I hadn't eaten. And I hadn't realized I hadn't eaten. To the extent of there's been days where I've literally gone a full 24 hours without eating and didn't even notice until my stomach was hurting. It's not great. But I don't know what to do to prevent it. It's something that just happens randomly. I go from eating excessively to not eating at all. Or eating 1 meal a day and that's it. Or just eating a few snacks and that's it. And I don't know what to do about it. Because I've had this issue for a very long time. This is also why there's some days where I just say I don't feel good enough to stream. I'm just not going to stream. It's because I'm struggling with stuff like that. It's not good. And it's led me to believe in the past that I might have some kind of eating disorder that I'm unaware of. Which would explain my insane eating habits that randomly completely change. And it's like, it's nothing that triggers it either. It just happens randomly. I don't know what causes it. I don't know if there's something that triggers it. It just happens. And I can't do anything to stop it. And it's like, it's gotten to the point where there's been days where I've had a meal sitting in front of me. And I just literally cannot stomach eating it. Like, it's... like, it makes me sick to think about eating. Sometimes. And it's like, it's not good. It's not good for my health. And I think that also contributes to why I struggle with weight so much. Because the moment I'm like, okay, well, I haven't been eating a lot. I'm probably gonna lose weight. Then suddenly, bam, now I'm excessively eating again. And any weight that I might have lost, I gain it right back. It's just, it's a mess. But it's like, I don't have anyone else to talk to about this. I have chat, I have stream. Because you know what? My parents won't listen. I've tried to tell my parents about this kind of stuff. They just don't listen. And I don't know what else to do besides talk to other people online, like my friends or people that are just random people in chat. Because who knows, maybe even one random person saying, hey, maybe look into this, could change my life if it turns out to be something that actually helps me. You know? It's tough. I try not to talk about heavy topics a lot on my channel because I don't want to like burden other people with it and stuff like that. But I don't know. At the same time, it's nice to know that like I'm not alone in certain things. We tried setting alarms. Issue with that. My sleep schedule is horrible. As in some days I will wake up at 4 a.m., go to sleep at 6, and then the next day I will sleep at noon and wake up at 2 a.m. the next day. So timers are basically going to be useless. I've been missing my medicine too lately. Man, that sucks to admit. I've been missing my medicine almost every day because I have vitamin D deficiency. And I have to take supplements every single day, because if I don't, I start getting sick. and I keep missing them because the time I'm supposed to take them is by the time I'm already asleep every day. And I have an alarm set, it doesn't wake me up. It usually does, it did for a while, and now it just doesn't. I'm so exhausted by 7, which is when I take them, that the alarms don't even wake me up. It's just, it sucks. Like, I know I need to take it, but I also don't want to, like, start on a different schedule, and then get used to that one, and then, oh, all of a sudden, now I'm on a completely opposite sleep schedule again, and now that time doesn't work. I know, I'm trying to fix my sleep schedule right now. That's what I've been working on this week, actually, which is why I took the week off of streaming pretty much, and haven't scheduled any streams this week, is because I'm trying to take the time to fix my sleep schedule, because that's important. And, yeah, that's why I've been kind of gone most of this week. I should probably sell my horses here. I'm almost full again. Like, I don't know, it sucks. Like, that's another reason I've been struggling with streams and stuff lately. It's hard to stay consistent when my sleep schedule's messed up and I haven't been feeling good for one reason or another. Oh, I'm trying to think. Did I eat yesterday? I think I had Bojangles yesterday. Hold on, give me a second. I'm trying to think. What did I eat yesterday? I had Bojangles. I had Doritos. I don't remember. That's not good. I had a bagel this morning, but that wasn't yesterday. So, like, it sucks because you know, of course, the World Lottery decided to give me another bad poll and decided, yeah, you're gonna have problems sleeping too. So, when I get tired, one of two things happens. Majority of the time, I get really tired and I start to crash. My whole body starts to turn off and I need to go lay down and go sleep. Or 2, I get very hyper. We're to the point where I am exhausted but I can't sleep. And all it takes is one day of me getting hyper when I get tired to completely ruin my sleep schedule again. I really don't think the world likes some of us. I think the world just picks out a few of us and just says, hey, I'm gonna make your life as miserable as I can, because why not? Because I find it funny. Very funny to watch these little humans struggle every day. Might be fun for whatever, I'm not gonna get into that stuff, whatever the world is, or whoever runs the world, or things like that. Like, I know another one of my big issues is I don't remember half the time if I ate or not. And it's just like, for example, I'm sure you guys just saw me sitting there trying to remember what I ate yesterday, because I don't remember at all. I remember I had Bojangles because my grandma got it for me, and I had some Doritos because I left call with somebody to eat Doritos, I think. Or it was yesterday or the day before when I had Doritos. All I remember was saying I'm gonna get out of call and eat some Doritos. And I think it was yesterday. I think maybe. Man, sometimes I wish I was in a TV show, because at least a TV show is scripted, and if you don't like the script, you can just change it. But unlike real life, where the world writes the script for you, and you just have to follow it, and you don't have a choice. I think that's another reason that I enjoy making shows and stuff like that a lot, is because I get to write the script, and I get to decide what happens, instead of just having to suffer through whatever cards I'm dealt by the world. Like, I don't know. I wish I had more I could do in my life. There's so many things I'd love to do with my life, but it's probably never gonna happen. Like, man, you know what would be really awesome? Something I've wanted to do for a long time, which is actually what I was wanting to do before I got into gaming content creation, is be a voice actor. I don't know if anybody knew about this. I know I've talked about my old voice acting stuff when I was smaller channel. I don't know if I've talked about it recently. But before I made gaming content on this channel was my comic dub channel. For those of you who don't know what a comic dub is, it's essentially taking a comic that somebody else made and voicing it over as one or more of the characters, doing impressions of the character and things like that. That's what this channel was originally for. And that's where I got my first little bitty taste of success. Because one of my comic dubs that I posted got 12,000 views. So little me was like, oh my gosh, they like my stuff. So I was thrilled about that. But eventually, over time, I became insecure about my voice. And then I just stopped doing comic dubs, and I've never done them since. And it's like, I couldn't recreate some of those voices now because, man, my vocal cords were built different when I was a kid. But I still have a pretty decent vocal range. I will say that. I have a pretty decent vocal range. I could do some fun stuff with my voice and things like that. But I don't have the vocal cord abilities of younger me anymore. But like, I remember when I was younger, my whole thing is I would have loved to be like a voice actor or something on like a big project, like a show or a game or a series or things like that, because that was so cool to me. Being able to voice a character, that'd be so awesome. And then it's like, that's another reason why I think I've been drawn into Genshin Impact lately, is because a lot of those people who voice act are like good friends, or they're YouTubers and they play games together and stuff like that. And it just reminds me of younger me when I was younger, wanting to be like part of a project like that, you know, like having my voice in a game or stuff like that. It was so cool to me as a kid. But now I'm just here and I'm like, well, I technically voice a character. I voice Jackson, the pink guy on screen. But at the same time, it's not really the same, I guess, you know? That's another reason I was drawn towards the whole, like, VTube avatar things, because I love making characters and I love learning about character lore and stuff like that. And, you know, playing the character, I love it. It's great. I know at one point I had originally planned to make a Twitch channel where I would be a VTuber, but I wasn't myself. I played a character, right? We had a name picked out for him, a design picked out for him, an outfit, lore, all kinds of stuff. But in the end, we didn't go through with it But you know what? That would have been so cool if we actually went through with that, you know? If you're having an allergic reaction, you should probably go to the hospital. That's the only advice I can give for a potential allergic reaction. If you think you're having an allergic reaction, go to the hospital. Volcanoes always had grass, but they made volcano green. The grass used to be like a grayish color, like grayish, very slightly green, which looked much nicer. But now volcano's covered in grass. Oh no, did I lose connection? No! 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 This calls for a sad Jackson moment. Hold on. It's not working, hold on. Sad Jackson. There we go. You can't see his eyes because of the glasses. I hate getting disconnected. This sucks. Hold on. I gotta rejoin my private server. Dang it, man. I can't even catch horses anymore. Because Wild Horse Islands doesn't want me to catch horses either, clearly. Okay. Ooh, nice, Remy. How dare you? Oh, I have 666 lassos. That's not scary at all. Not at all. Oh, nice, Acorn. I'm just gonna do a quick run through for IUHs on Lunar, as well as looking for Moonstone, because I would always gladly take some more Moonstone. Yeah, it really does suck to get your account hacked, but I know Roblox, and you gotta go through a lot of pain to get an account back. And even then, you probably would have lost items either way, so it's kind of like... Because Roblox can't do anything to help you get your items back in a game. Which kind of stinks. Man, I don't want to get tired. I still got a VR stream to do later. Man, I already know the VR stream is gonna be kind of a bit of a pain. Because I get very nauseous sometimes in VR, so I'm gonna have to like kind of take it easy probably. And wants to ask me a question? Like in DMs or... Also, when am I gonna be allowed to take the glasses off? ChiXPocky. Come on, man. I'm not that scary. You can ask me yourself. Come on, I'm not that scary, am I? I don't know. I don't think I have pink glasses for Jackson. Which also the New Year's headband's gonna come off soon. Man, I'm not that scary. Come on. You can't be that intimidated by a pink rabbit guy. Like, come on. What is... Okay, hold on. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. Hold on. This is scary to you? How intimidating can I be when I look like this? Man, it feels so weird seeing Jackson's eyes. Wow, feels wrong. It feels so wrong to see Jackson's eyes. I'm so used to seeing with the glasses now, it just feels wrong. But like, when we have glasses on, we can't see this Jackson. Or this one. Oh, I can't, I'm trying to disable it, it's not working. Okay. I know, oh my gosh, Jackson has eyes? Can't believe it. There we go, okay, his glasses are back on now. Yeah, sorry, I know my eyes are very scary. I scared away a bunch of viewers. White TV? Moonstone. I swear, I see white thoroughbreds everywhere. It's insane. I have seen so many of them, like, it's almost unreasonable. Neom. Oh yeah, I see more black Andalusians than I see gray Andalusians nowadays. I used to see a lot of gray ones, and now I see a lot of the black ones instead. Whee! Bay Arabian? Oh, he ran away. My fingers hurt. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just being a little bit quiet. I'm just looking at the different spawn rates and stuff. Favorite island? Lunar. It was originally Volcano, but then Volcano turned green, and I was like, I don't like Volcano no more. Favorite breed? Thoroughbreds or V1 Clydesdales. I've been sitting in this chair too long. My butt hurts. I've been sitting here too long. Also, it really throws me off how the water looks so pretty here, and then you go to like jungle and the water looks looks very plain and over in jungle. Favorite piece of tack? I almost always use the fancy English bridle and reining saddle as a pair. So I would say probably that for tack wise. If we're talking accessories, I'm biased. I'm very biased. And the reason I say that is because I literally have my own item in the game. So I am biased severely because of that. I don't know if you guys saw my trading hub video, but the panic. I was standing there at the dock, ready to travel to a different area, and suddenly someone wearing my bow spawns in, and I see them appear at the top of my screen and then fall down. And I was like, oh no. So I ran off to the side. I don't know if it's someone who knew who I was or they just thought the bow was cute, but I panicked and I ran because they also had it on a Beethoviano, which for those of you who do not know, I like Beethovianos. I like them just a little bit, just a tiny bit, you know, just a little bit, but you know, it's kind of panic. As you know, as naturally as every content creator definitely does, I see someone who probably knows who I am, and I run away. It's not anything against people. It's just, oh no, social interaction. I'm getting out of there. Editing the code because it wasn't valid, did you type it in properly? Hold on. If I could spell it right, that'd be nice. Did they remove the code? There's no way. Did they remove the code? Pause. Hold on. I'm copying, pasting it directly from the wiki. No, they disabled it. Now here's the thing I don't get. They removed my code, but Cooley wasn't active longer than me and she still has hers. I think they're mad at me for being open about my opinion on them in the game. No, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Even after my quitting video, the code was still valid. Until, I'm guessing, the winter event, when they added new codes. And I just didn't realize, because you already have the item on, why would I iridium the code a second time? I still have yet to get Tem's code. I should probably do that. Hold on. I'm going to grab that real quick. I have yet to get that. I'm gonna lock it. So I'm guessing they might have just removed it then or something recently. That's nice. Shows you really how much they value me. Yeah, no, it was supposed to be a permanent code, too. That's the thing. It has always been it's always been marked as a permanent code that's supposed to be valid forever. And they removed it. Like, I really don't care. That just shows you how much they don't care. Because, like, even though I don't play as much as I used to, I still do. Was it I doubt it. I really doubt it was a mistake. I really doubt it was. Considering how open I've been about disliking things they've done with the game and stuff like that, they probably removed my code because I don't agree with them on some of the things they've done. And I've been open about it. I have a lot of Beethovianos because I like that coat. That's exactly why I have so many. Like, that's just kind of cruddy if they did that on purpose. Because, like, Cooley was inactive for months. Her code was still in the game when she didn't make any content on the game. I still make content. Even after I said I quit. I came back, like, a month or two later, and I make content off and on still. That's like saying, oh, okay, this person didn't make a video this month. Yeah, let's remove the code from the game. And it's like, I really don't care. It's whatever. Cause the Vanilla Bow is like my brand. That's been my brand for a very long time. Like, Jackson literally has it on his head right now. Like, hold on, you can't really see it that well because of the bow. Like the look, I'm wearing it right now. I'm wearing it right now. But you know what? They just gave me a great new idea for my next video. They gave me a great new idea for my next video where I'm gonna have to break the news to everybody that you can't get the bow anymore. Because there's some people who liked it just because they thought it was cute and they didn't even know who I was. They just wanted the bow because they liked it. Which I'm all for, you know, I'm cool with people using it just because they like it. But it's like, come on, man. We really gonna be petty? We really gonna be petty? And remove the bow from the game? Where you can't redeem the code anymore? Like, it's not tradable either. So you literally just, like, can't get it at all anymore. Because as far as I'm aware, you can't trade it. I do not believe it's tradable. Yeah, I know, it's weird seeing Jackson without, like, something in the middle of his head, isn't it? But, like, I don't know, man. It's, like, it's not even I'm mad about it. It's just petty. Like, really, man? You're gonna be petty because I don't like some of the game updates and I think you're being a bad person because of some of the stuff you've done and just ignored? I've never said, like, oh no, I hate him, he's the worst. I've made it clear I don't want anybody going after him, even if they don't like him, and things like that. I protected him on multiple occasions. And he removes the bow from the game for what reason? I don't know. Whatever. Just gives me another reason not to want to play anymore. So, he's just solidifying me eventually, probably, like, just quitting and moving on. Like, I kept playing because I liked the foals, and I liked the horses in the game. That's why I came back to begin with. And now it's like, I've lost a lot of interest in the game because nothing new is being added. I don't know. It's just giving me more and more reasons to not want to play anymore. But you know what? Trick wants to be petty. Good for him. He can do that. I just find it funny that this like 30-year-old man is being petty towards an 18-year-old. Like, really, man? Really? Just because I don't like some of the stuff you do? Because it's not good stuff? Yeah, I mean, honestly, you're probably better off that you haven't played in 2 years, because, like, 2 years ago, around when the game was still newer, was the best era of Wild Horse Islands, let's be honest. That was the best Wild Horse Islands era. As from what I'm aware, Trick is in his 30s. I'm not sure what part of his 30s, either 30s or late 20s. I'm not sure. All I know is that he is definitely a grown man. Because he has a picture of himself on Twitter, and he is definitely a grown man. You can even tell by that photo. And I don't know if it's confirmed where his age is anywhere, which is why I'm saying, like, kinda, you know, not fully sure. I mean, like, he can be mad at me all he wants. I'm not gonna stop saying my opinions on the game. I'm gonna be honest. Just because they removed something of mine from the game, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I love Wild Horse Islands, I'm so sorry. Please give me my code item back. Whatever. I don't care. I'll just play other games that actually appreciate me being there, you know? And it's like, it's even more petty because I've done a lot for him. More than just making content on the game, including helping him fix big bugs in the game. But, you know, he wants to be petty. He can be petty. I don't care. I'll move on. I have much more in my life waiting for me than being petty with a grown man who has nothing better to do with his time than just do nothing, pretty much. He develops a game and then just ignores everybody else online, from what I'm aware. Good for him. I don't care. I'm tired, man. Today is a day, that's for sure. I can't wait to do the VR stream later, though. I'm excited for that. Ugh. My back hurts. I need to get out of this chair at some point soon and stretch. My back hurts. I don't really know what to do in game. I'm kind of like... I could do horse hunting again. I don't know if I really want to right now, though. I've already done a bunch of horse hunting today. I could sell some of these horses that I caught real quick, though. There we go. Earn a little bit of money. Man, it's like 9 a.m. for me. Why is Larry in a tree? We don't talk about my talking tree friend, Larry. He's just there. We don't talk about it. Favorite thing about this game and the worst thing about this game. Worst thing about this game, the devs are basically losing care for the game. Favorite thing is the good half of the community that isn't toxic. Like, I've met so many nice people in the community that have, in all honesty, I owe all my channel success and YouTube career to the people I've met through Wild Horse Islands. Because if it wasn't for them, I would have probably given up on YouTube. But that's all I can really say. That's my favorite thing about Wild Horse Islands. The people I've met. That's really it. There's nothing that I truly enjoy about this game anymore without downsides to it. I can't even like all the horses in the game anymore because multiple of the horse models are blatantly poorly put together or just mixtures of other horse models that they didn't put any effort into making look different. So it's like, I can't even enjoy the horses anymore fully. I can't enjoy the foals because their halters are all broken. So the one thing that I can actually put on the foals doesn't even fit them properly. Like, I'm not gonna be shocked when the game crashes and burns. It's gonna happen someday. I'm not gonna be surprised when it does. I really can't lie. I'm not gonna be surprised at all. It's been a long time coming. Oh, let me show you guys what I mean by the halter thing really quick. Look at this. This horse has a purple halter on, and it goes into their face. It doesn't even fit them. SSO doesn't care either. SSO has its own problems. Like, they literally scammed multiple people on accident. But we're not gonna get into SSO today. They have that's a whole another rabbit hole to get into. But like, this has been a problem ever since the height update came out. And they still haven't fixed it. And like, then you guys want to meet Bronchitis? This is Bronchitis. Look at their halter. It doesn't fit at all. This has also been a problem since the height update came out. And it hasn't been fixed. Look at this. The halter's massive on them. Like, what is this? It's like so bad that it's funny. Oh gosh, like this game is just, the updates have gotten so bad that it's funny, honestly. Most of the time when I come in Wild Horse Islands, I come in here to laugh at something because something stupid happened. Or I just run around because I'm bored and I have nothing better to do. Or I talk to my friends. That's basically it. That's like the only reason I play anymore. I played today just because I was bored and nothing else sounded fun. Hold on, let me... I'm trying to think. Like, here's the thing. The halters actually fit the adults. They went through the process to make sure that the halters actually fit the adults and stuff like that properly, but they just didn't do that with the foals for some reason, and they just never have fixed it. I have so many horses that it's like it's like bad. I don't need this many horses, but I have this many, and it's so painful to try to go through all of them. But it's like, you know, hey, you were off by one, Emmy. You were off by one. You were off by one. But like, I've spent so long playing Wild Horse Islands. I've just accumulated horses over time. I also have a lot of collections, like the Foreverfull collection. I have 167 Foreverfulls. It's a little bit too much. I know, I'm aware. And then if I look up Dapple Gray, look how many V1 Dapple Gray Clydesdales I have. Oh, what about Apple Palomino. I got quite a few of those too. Let's see. What about chestnut Rebecanos? Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of them. There's a lot of them. Quite a few. I mean, like, I really don't do Wild Horse Islands videos much anymore because they're just, like, not fun to make. I don't get any joy out of making videos anymore, really, for Wild Horse Islands. I prefer taking my time and doing bigger projects that have a better outcome. And just, like, the Foreverfuls even now. I know this is gonna be shocking to hear, but I've lost interest in Foreverfuls. Because Wild Horse Islands has gotten that boring to me. I sometimes check out the updates, and that's probably all I'm gonna do on Wild Horse Islands videos wise from now on. I don't know, like, I've been trying to branch away from Wild Horse Islands a lot too. Because, like, I know eventually I'm probably going to just completely quit Wild Horse Islands and just move on with my life. But it's like, it's really easy to see that because of me slowly going away from Wild Horse Islands, my channel's kind of dying in the process too. But you know what? I've kind of accepted that already. If my channel dies alongside Wild Horse Islands, then clearly it was never meant to be. Like, if I do quit, I'm just gonna leave all the horses on my account. Because it's like, I don't know. I'm attached to some of the horses, but not attached enough to keep me playing forever. You know? And it kind of just sucks. Yeah, no, and apparently ever since the Trading Hub update, so many people have been lagging so bad they can't even play. Which also sucks. Like, I know not everybody has the same views on Wild Horse Islands I do, and if people like playing it, that's awesome, good for them. But some people that want to play it physically can't, because they lag so bad that they just can't do anything. You know, I think it's pretty safe to say that nobody really wanted the new chat, but we got it anyways, so. So I might end stream here in a minute, because there's not really much else for me to do in Wild Horse Islands at the moment. And, I don't know. Like, I did some horse catching and stuff like that, but I've already kind of lost interest in horse catching. I don't really got much to do today, though, so I'm just trying to keep myself busy, really. Like, I have a couple projects I could probably work on. I just don't know how much I could get done on them today. I don't know, I might see if I can stream on Twitch or something. I don't know. Because, like, I'm trying to grow my Twitch presence as well. Because, you know, it would be nice to have Twitch is like my kind of escape from the family friendliness and playing Roblox. I can kind of just play whatever I want over there, which is nice. I mean, if I'm gonna be honest, it might be a very, very long time before I hit 15K, unless I somehow find something else that people truly enjoy on my channel. Because, like, if I'm being completely honest, most people don't care about my channel anymore. Especially new people. Like, as much as it sucks, it's kind of true. Because I don't post as much Wild Horse Islands anymore. Stuff like that. whatever. So I'm just kind of posting what I want to post and hoping that eventually my channel will actually start growing again. But for now, I'm kind of just chilling at 13K. Like, I know there's still a group of people who do care, but at the same time, not a lot of people do anymore. Not as many as there used to be, for sure. But I mean, times change. It makes sense. You know, I've found more joy playing random games lately, honestly, because with random games, if I get bored of something, we can play something else, and we can still have fun and everything. But at the same time, it's just like, I don't know, man. I've tried so many times to try to like brainstorm ways that I'd be happy with my channel and also something that I can manage and post consistently and stuff like that, and I just haven't found something that works for me yet. I mean, like, I don't know, cause like, there is a simple solution to grow my channel again, which would just be start tailoring towards the even younger audiences. But I really don't want to. I don't want to turn into a cringy kids YouTuber. I don't want to turn into that. You know? I really don't want to turn into, like, the next the crew, or it's whatever they are. If it's funny, the crew, them, or turn into like the next person who makes skibbity toilet videos, you know? I don't want to be that person. I want to make content that I like, but I very quickly learned that making content I like isn't what people want a lot of the time. I don't know, I've considered trying to get back into voice acting again. Like, if you guys have seen the trailer for the series I posted recently, for Overthrown, I was the one who did the voice acting in that. That was me. I've had so many people think it's not me, but that's me. I had one of my friends watch the premiere with me in VC, and they're like, is that Tango voicing it? And I was like, no! That's just me with voice effects. Like, I find it really funny that all it took was like one little voice effect, and it sounds like a completely different person to some people. But like, as much as I love Overthrown and I really want to do the series and make the series and stuff, if the trailer doesn't get good reception, and if we don't get enough actors that we need to properly film a lot of the scenes, Overthrown will probably get canceled, because we need more actors. We don't have enough actors for some of the things we need to do right now. So it's like, Overthrown, the trailer is the first, like, hey, you guys want to come help? You should come help, because we could very much use the help. Like, I know a lot of the male characters are probably gonna be played by females, because, I mean, it's hard to come across male voice actors, especially in the horse community. And like, even me myself, I can barely do like a deeper, more masculine voice. So, you know. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed during streams, my voice wavers a lot between getting higher pitched and then calming down to a lower pitch. It just kind of, I do it without really thinking a lot of the time. But I have a decent vocal range, but I struggle doing like a deeper masculine voice, because it's harder to do a masculine voice for me. But like, if you want to try voice acting for the series, feel free to send in an application. The worst you'll get is put as an extra, or just say like, hey, you know, your voice doesn't really fit our needs. That's fine. It's no hard feelings. It's just, you'll probably get put as an extra, if anything, you know? Though I'm probably gonna end stream, might get some water or something, or just relax for a little bit, and then I'm gonna stream probably some VR around noon my time, which is about 2.5 hours from now, I think. But yeah, I hope you guys had fun on stream. I know the stream topic kind of went all over the place today, but I will see you guys hopefully in 2.5 hours. Bye, guys.